Hey guys, my name is Sonia Arya and I'm a realtor residing in the north of Toronto. Unlike my other colleagues, I only focus on selling pre-construction residences in Calgary. You would probably wonder why a Toronto realtor even bothers selling properties miles away. I will tell you in the next few minutes and you will fully understand where this is going. Before we talk about Calgary, let's talk about Toronto first. It's not a big secret that Toronto housing prices are out of control. Take a look at this. This is a condo unit in the prime location of Toronto where many young married couples want to start their journey together. A small one bedroom plus den was recently sold at $710,000. You might wonder how much these couples must make per year, assuming they can put a 20% down payment in cash. They must make a combined income of $150,000 to get their mortgage approved. The median annual household income in Toronto is less than $80,000. That means more than half of Toronto residents have no buying power even to purchase this small box in the sky. So, they have two options at this point. They can either choose to be renter forever or choose to leave Toronto. Last year, 40,000 people moved from Ontario to Alberta. New immigrants started choosing Calgary over Toronto for their first home. Let's compare housing prices between Calgary and Toronto. The average housing price in Calgary is 52% lower than average in Toronto. How about average income then? Surprisingly, the average household income in Calgary is 30% higher than in Toronto. So, Calgary residents have so much more buying power to purchase their home. The question is, will it continue? Maybe for the next few years, but how about 10 years from now? Will it still be an affordable level like this? History repeats itself. If we look back at what's happening in Toronto for the past couple of decades, we can cautiously predict that the Calgary housing market could be on an upward trend, the same as what Toronto has experienced. So, the next question you might have, how much should I invest now and what would be my rate of return? For example, for $400,000, you can get a decent sized 2-bedroom unit in Southeast Calgary. Most builders in Calgary only require 10% down payment. That means you only put $40,000 as an initial investment and wait 5 to 6 years until the closing. How about the rate of return? Last year, the average condo price in Calgary increased by 10%. Let's be conservative and use annual increase is 5% going forward. You will build additional equity of $20,000 per year. Your down payment was only $40,000, so the projected annual income is roughly 50%. Pretty neat, right? Another thing to keep in mind is that the closing cost is nearly zero in Calgary. There are no land transfer taxes, no provincial taxes, and no development charges at all. You only need to cover your legal expenses. That's it. With a growing population, affordable housing prices, and strong buying power all combined, the Calgary market has so much room to grow and it's just getting started. Let me ask you one last question before I wrap up. If you could rewind the clock by 10 years, would you have invested in Toronto's pre-construction market? If your answer is yes, consider looking into the Calgary market right now. My guess? It's very likely that Calgary could turn into another Toronto. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or just want to chat about it. I'm open to any questions and suggestions. Thank you so much for watching and I hope this video helps you broaden your options.